An extreme wildfire risk warning remains in place across mainland Scotland this morning. Firefighters are still battling a blaze in a wooded part of West Lothian, which started on Saturday and has now spread to an area the size of 5.5 football pitches. The Scottish Fire and Rescue Service says that the dry, warm weather is increasing the chances of fires breaking out. Scientists have used satellite imagery and artificial intelligence to create the most complete map of England's peatlands. It shows 80% are in a dry and degraded state. The Department for Environment and Natural England says that they hope the map will help efforts to restore peatlands, which can be used to tackle climate change and reduce the risk of flooding.
Hello there. There was lots of warm sunshine around over the weekend, and again on Monday, temperatures could reach the mid-20s.
Another award winner. Morning, Carol.
Yeah, Carol's won every award
Yes.
going, pretty much, haven't you?
No, no, but thank you both. Good morning, everyone. This morning, it's not a particularly cold start to the day, but if you are heading out, probably worth taking a brolly with you, because we're looking at the chance of some heavy showers. Some of those could be thundery with some hail, but for many, the day will evolve into one of warm sunshine.
Hello there, good morning. Well, the warmth and the humidity continues today, but today there is a growing risk of more in the way of thunderstorms developing. A Met Office yellow weather warning in force for most of us from midday today until 10 o'clock this evening.
Let's go to Carol, who has the weather for us this morning.
Every second counts.
It does, and we are expecting good news from you today, certainly for the people who like it hot.
That's right, Sal. If you like it hot, this week actually is going to remain very warm for the time of year. And if you're after rain, well, there's not significant rain in the forecast. However, there are some heavy showers today.
The weather story is pretty predictable at the moment.
It's good if you like beaches and sand, which I do. So, morning, Carol.
Good morning, both. Good morning to you too. I'm going to take a quick look back at spring. Meteorological spring, of course, is March, April and May. And we were talking about temperatures earlier on. It's been the warmest March and April since 1960. And May is currently still also above average. Now, we're still looking at above average temperatures today. It is, in fact, for the next few days, Roger, that is the forecast, warm and sunny. But there are some thunderstorms in the forecast too. I'm going to start off, though, if you have an allergy to oak tree pollen or grass pollen, the levels across England and Wales are moderate or high today for most, away from the south and also away from Scotland and Northern Ireland, where the levels are low.
And it's been wall-to-wall sunshine, Carol, for, well, quite a long time now. And the gardeners and the growers, I think, starting to probably get a little bit anxious about where the rain is.
Absolutely, Roger. And there's not much rain in the forecast, although we do have some today.
Good afternoon. Another week where high pressure dominates, so lots of sunshine and the temperature getting warmer. Now for today, the Met Office has a yellow weather warning in place for thunderstorms. Now, if you get them, we could get 20 to 30 millimetres of rain. Of course, we haven't had any for a while. Gusty winds associated with those showers as well, but they're not guaranteed for everyone.
Well, there's a whole mixed bag of weather today. Many of us will have dry, sunny and warm weather, but we have started to see these clouds pop up in the last hour or two. They've started to get bigger and bigger, and quite quickly these will turn into thunderstorms.
And it's only when we have moments like this, when we just see this really warm weather, we think, is this right? That it makes you think about things like rewilding a little bit more. But anyway, a little blip in the weather today and tomorrow with the risk of thunderstorms, but if you missed them, it continues to be fine. Here we go. Hello again, a very good evening to you. What a fabulous start. Looks like lucky deer, worth getting up early. Again, it's going to be fresher at the coast if you're in that breeze, but generally not a bad outlook. Temperatures tend to come down from Thursday. Not bad, but just a little less on the warm side. Right, that's your weather. Here's the pollen. So there is still pollen out there. Those of you with hay fever will know it. However, the levels aren't too bad at the moment. We're in between the tree pollen season, so there's still a bit of oak around, and the grass pollen season, which hasn't fully kicked off. Cheerio.
And something we haven't seen much of recently, some rain. Some places today saw the storm clouds developing, and some places had some real downpours, but not everywhere. This was the scene for a weather watcher in Aberdeenshire. A lot of sunshine, and actually elsewhere in Scotland, in the southwest of Scotland, we had Scotland's warmest day of the year so far. Temperatures above 25 degrees. But
OK, let's take you to the Thames now, where a warship has arrived in central London. HMS Sutherland is the fastest of its kind in the Royal Navy fleet. It passed under Tower Bridge before docking next to HMS Belfast. Well, Wendy has gained permission to come aboard. Well, if you look very, very closely, right at the back there is a certain Kate Kinsella. How did it feel to be there and be involved?
It was absolutely amazing. So I'm a volunteer, just a very tiny part of this group, but it's such a privilege to be on the stage on Saturday. It was just fantastic.
And was this more about the message than the win?
I think we won anyway, to be honest. Yes, it is very much about the message. I mean, look at them all. It was just incredible. We're celebrating uniqueness, their uniqueness, giving them a stage. Britain's Got Talent gave them the stage to perform in front of the whole world, just to challenge people's perceptions of what they think of people and show them all the talent that they have within them. It was just incredible. And I think the whole world should just take a bit of a lesson from this. They should all be a little bit more electric umbrella.
A great message. Thank you, Kate, and thank you to them as well. I better move out the way and let you get on with the weather, which is hopefully more sunshine.
Well, there has been some sunshine, just to carry on the joyful theme. We had a bit of blue sky for this morning. We have had a little more cloud developing since then, but plenty of sunshine. It's been really warm as well today. But things started to change as we headed through the afternoon. You see these massive big shower clouds. You can see the showers here over in Wapping. Well, they produced some fairly exciting hail, I have to say. This was a video sent in by Rachel S. out in Walters Ash in Buckinghamshire near High Wycombe. Hail, quite large hail actually. So these thunderstorms have been moving across. They've been quite fast moving. We've still got a weather warning in place for thunderstorms. It's valid until 10 o'clock tonight, but they are slowly but surely starting to move out of the way.
Hello. Whereas many parts of the UK had dry weather on Monday with warm spells of sunshine, others got a real soaking from some of these massive thunderstorms working across parts of the Midlands and Wales as well.
Oh, and Becky is in Weald Country Park in Brentwood in Essex. And, I mean, it looks gorgeous where you are, but is the sunshine going to continue?
You know, Mary, I think it will. We said right at the beginning of this month that it is looking to be a settled and potentially an absolutely lovely month. And that's certainly what we've got at the moment. The sunshine here is typical of what much of the UK have seen today. Absolutely gorgeous. We're only 12 days into the month, but already the UK have recorded nearly 99 hours of sunshine. That is 51% more than half what we would normally expect to see by this point in the month. And we're only, as I say, about a third of the way through it. Now, of course, that is hot on the heels of the sunniest April on record. So we're doing pretty well. Now, the good news is that this is really boosting our renewable energy supply. Normally, the UK would see around 6% of its energy produced by that solar energy. At the moment, it's heading towards 20%. So smiles all round and good for the environment. Now, of course, with rising temperatures over 27 degrees in Blackpool today and all the sunshine, it's a set piece for thunderstorms. Till 10 o'clock this evening, the potential for some really beefy old thunderstorms in places. Let's get into detail now with the full national forecast. So let's have a look at the detail then for the next few days. We have got thunderstorms at first there this evening and then at times through tomorrow. And remember the nature of thunderstorms, it's they're hit and miss. Not everyone's going to see them, but it's worth bearing in mind that there is that risk in those places. Then things are turning to be pretty settled as we look towards the middle of the week, but there's always going to be a rather cool breeze down the eastern fringes and perhaps rather more cloud here as well. So the risk of thunderstorms for the next 24 or so hours, but decreasing, I think, as we move through tomorrow. And then beyond that, it's west is best and chillier on the eastern fringes. But for now, it's back to you in that cold underground office. Sorry, Mary.
Not jealous at all, Becky. Thank you.